Good morning. Okay. Just going to broadcast here into my group. Okay. Good morning. I have not done my hair yet because I do that after I do my eyes or all my makeup. So this morning I'm super excited to bring you an August sunset inspired look. I absolutely love fall. I love nature. And so I thought, oh, I'll create this look. And I've gotten so many compliments on it. It's very flattering for all eye colors, especially blue and green, because it's neutral, natural colors. There's some sparkle, there's some matte, it's got a little bit of everything. It's beautiful. So here it is. Not a great representation with my lighting. I'm still going to get that fixed. But we have like a creamy tan color. We have a light shimmery pink. We have a shimmery gold, and then we have a dark brown. So if you are a Mary Kay girl or you've got Mary Kay colors, this is Sandcastle, Sunlit Rose, Shiny Penny, and Hot Fudge. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. I've got the rest of, I've got my face on, and then I also have eye primer on to help it stick. And I'm going to start with our big fluffy brush. This is our blending brush, and I like it because it's very, very fluffy, and it helps me just to kind of give a base of color without too much intense color. So I just did a video on some brush basics, and the more stacked and dense your bristles are, the more intense that color is going to be. So I just want a nice sweep of color right now. So I'm going to actually start with the shimmery pink, the Sunlit Rose, and I'm going to sweep that in my crease. So no matter your eye shape, you're going to want to get it in your crease, which your crease is going to be what's above your eyelid. Okay. So sometimes people have a natural crease and sometimes not. And if not, it's just you can find it by going above your eyelid. Now I have a lot of space from my lashes to my brows, so I'm going to bring it all the way up. And no matter how much space you have, you want to bring it until there's a little bit left in between the color and the brow. Don't be afraid to bring it all the way up. That is probably one of my biggest tips for applying eye makeup. Okay, I'm still new to this YouTube thing, so give me grace. Okay. So I'm going to sweep this, like I said, in this area right here. And I like to pat. Our eye colors are cream wrapped in a powder. I'm sorry, a powder wrapped in a cream. And so I just like to pat it on to get some great intense color. Okay, you see how I'm leaving some space between that and my brow. Now I'm also going to bring it just down in, like, on top of my eyeball. You can see if I open my eye, I'm just getting on top of my eyeball right there. Okay. And I'm going to repeat. I didn't get enough on my brush. Okay. So one of my eyes takes eye color better than the other one. And so the other one I have to work at holding it a little bit better. Okay, so now I just have this pretty pink, which, oh my gosh, it's one of my favorite colors. And I'm going to just leave that there for now as I work with the rest. Okay. Now I'm going to take our all over eye color brush. It's slightly floofy, obviously not as floofy. And so it's a little bit more stacked, a little bit more dense, which means it's going to apply the color and not have a lot of intensity to it. So I'm going to start on my eyelid. So I call my eyelid the part that's on top of my eyeball, with the shiny penny, the shiny coppery gold color. Okay. And I'm going to put that all over my actual lid, except I'm going to leave about a quarter of my lid uncovered. Okay. Now, depending on my mood, I might get it a little bit more shimmery. Sometimes I'll leave it a little bit less intense. But I have a party after this and a lunch with a friend, so I'm going to get a little more shimmery. One tip, if you are wanting a little bit more impact to your eye color, I love to spray my brush with like a finishing spray, then dip it in the color, and that'll give you some really intense color. All right, then I'm going to repeat over here. And I don't know if you can tell very well in the camera because my lighting is not great yet, but neutral colors really make blue eyes pop. So think of the color wheel. Whatever's opposite of the color wheel is going to be what really makes your eye color pop. Not that I can't wear blue eyeshadow, but if I do, it's just going to kind of compete with my eye color, and that my blue eyes aren't going to pop as much. So because I have blue eyes, then orange is on the opposite side, and it's really going to help it pop. So this goldish, shimmery color, or peaches or corals, are really going to help it pop. And also, you don't have to just keep those colors on your eyes. If you wear a peach toned cheek color or lip color, because they're close enough to your eyes, it also helps your eyes pop. Okay. Next, I'm going to come in with our, I don't know if you can see that. This is our crease brush. Okay, so you can tell that they're a little bit more dense. It does have the angle to it, so that's really nice. And because it's more dense, it's going to be a little bit more of a, hello, focus back out here again. It's going to be a little bit more of an intense color application. So let me give you a little tip. Because I have a lot of space, I'm going to be able to lay my brush this way, up and down. I've got plenty of space here. I want to leave some of that original color showing, but I have room to use my brush like this. If you don't have as much space, you still want that a little bit of that color up there showing. So you might turn your brush on its side like this. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to use that hot fudge, that dark brown, and we're going to first of all start in the crease. And I'm going to, so there's a line that goes from the corner of your nose to the corner of your eye, and your brow should come out to that. Okay. And that's where you want your eye color to stop. So I'm going to start right about there, and I'm going to place it in my crease. And then I think I'll leave it about there. I'm going to just do it about, what is that? 1/3 of the way in, half almost. Okay. Because as I blend it later, it's going to come in a little bit further. And then I'm also going to pull it down onto my outer lid. If you didn't see my tutorial on the difference brushes make, you'll definitely want to check that out, because only with brushes can you get a really, unless you're super, super talented. I've met a couple people who can use their fingers and applicators, but generally people say, I can never get my eye colors to look right. And they're using applicators and fingers, which are not obviously designed as well as a brush is. Okay. And my eyes are different shapes. So now I get to go in and I get to fix whatever looks weird. Like I think I put it in the same place, but I always need to bring this one up a little bit more. Okay. Get more product as you need. And because we are going to blend, it's okay if you're a little bit heavier with the color than you actually want it to turn out. Okay. All right. So we've got the colors in place. Now, what we want to do, usually you want to go in now and you want to add your eyeliner and your mascara before you blend, because once you get those on, then you'll be able to see how much you should be blending. A lot of times what we do at this point, blend away too much. When we get our eyeliner mascara on, it's like, oh, where did all that go? And we have to put more back on. So I definitely recommend putting on your eyeliner and your mascara at this point. Okay. I'm going to skip eyeliner today. I got lashes on. So coming back in with that all over eye color brush, and you can see I still have that golden on there. I'm not going to clean it off. And here's why. Because I'm going to take it, I want to blend them together. So see where that brown is? I'm going to just pull it into the gold. Generally, I'll always tell you to clean your brushes before you mix, but I don't mind these being able to work together. Okay, so that blended. Back over here. I would love to hear what you think of these shades, how you did with your application. If you have any questions, you can ask. Okay, so that is blended. Now I'm going to come back with that first brush I did with the pink, and I'm going to just soften this edge right here. And again, I have a little bit on my brush still. Now, if I want to, I can dip back into that pink just to help soften it. A lot of times at this point, I will take a clean brush to do this, but I want these colors to blend together, and I already used this brush for that top pink color, so I'm okay with that. And I don't start off too aggressive, just a little bit, little tiny back and forths or blotting, because if I get too aggressive, I'll just wipe it off. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to have to go back and reapply a bunch. And then you just look between and see if they're even or not. I think I need a little bit more of this brown up here. To be even. There we go, that's better. Okay, now I'm going to take this last color, the Sandcastle. It is, it's not with the lighting, I don't know if you can tell, but it's like a light tan. And we're going to come in with a brand new clean brush. I'm going to go ahead and use our smudger brush. You can tell it's more dense, so it will give you more intense color in that spot. Okay, so I'm going to come in, and I'm actually going to come You don't have to do this, but I like the way it looks on me. I'm going to come in between that pink and my brow, and I'm going to fill that in with that color just to kind of soften up that pink a little bit, that line. Okay. Okay. Now I'm going to come in. We still have this inner corner that we have not covered. So I'm going to get it right there in that inner corner. And I'm also going to lay it outside right here a little bit. Not, you don't want it on the side of your nose, but between the corner of your eye and your nose. This helps to just brighten this area up. Unless you have a wide set eye, which a wide set eye means you have more than one eye width in between your eyes. You don't need to bring color in there. The rest of us helps us kind of look awake and alive and alert. So I'm going to get that in there. Now, normally I love to put a sparkle in here. And I have a lot of room here, so I'm going to just bring it up and soften that those edges right there. But normally I like to bring a sparkle in here, but because my pink and my gold are already sparkly, I don't want more sparkle there. You've got to be careful. You need at least one matte color in your eye look. So I've got two. The brown was matte and this is matte. But, and I could, you know, it's not wrong if I wanted to put some sparkle in here. It would look totally great. It would be totally great. But I'm not going super wild today, so that's all I've got. Okay, and then if you want to finish this off with some color underneath, you definitely can. I recommend a smaller brush that's more dense, and you're going to line underneath your lashes. Now, I don't have any mascara on my bottom, and I don't tend to line under there a whole lot, but I'll put a little pink on under for you so you can see it. And I'm just using that same brush again without cleaning it because I don't want a lot of intense color and it already had that neutral on there. So, okay, it's not a lot, but it just kind of helps you see. A little pop of color brings everything kind of together. Sorry about that. Okay. And then I'll go and I'll put on, I might do eyeliner, I'm not sure. And I'll put on lower mascara. And then I just chose a really nice pink gloss because the August sky at sunset is just a lot of soft pinks and golds. And then as it gets dark, it's got that deep to it. But so I just picked for us Mary Kay girls, this is Fancy Nancy. It's just a really pretty, it's a very sparkly pink, but it's a light pink. It's not intense and bright. And I just thought it was perfect for this look. When I go out to lunch with my friend, I'll probably stick on a lip liner underneath just to define my lips a little bit. But that is my August sunset look. Now I'll go finish my hair and the rest of my makeup. But feel free to ask hey Faith, feel free to ask if you have any questions, any comments. I would love to hear what you think. I would love to see your pictures of how this turned out for you. Just keep in mind, everyone has different eye shapes and face shapes. So things will look different on different people. And I do try to tell you, this is a general position you're going to put it, even if yours doesn't have the same shape as mine. But it still can be hard. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me and I can help you maybe better with some placement or send me a picture of how this turned out for you. And I can definitely make suggestions if you're not loving it. So thanks for joining me. Have a happy weekend and I'll see you soon.